Hello everyone, welcome to my captioning video. So first, general outline for this video. I'll be doing a general walkthrough of captioning start from finish, where I use two different clips that have different scenarios you might run into. As well, I'll go over some tips and tricks such as setting up your audio correctly, going over track styles, how to import it and apply it, and lastly going over proper caption techniques. So starting off with our two clips, we have first a general good example of footage where you have clean dialogue, no background noises and whatnot, and as well a clip where it might have a lot of more background noise and whatnot. So starting off first, let's go to Windows, Workspace, Caption and Graphics. Once you're here, we want to first ensure after we finish our editing and whatnot, have our dialogue on the same audio track, such as here, audio track 1, or make sure they're tagged as dialogue that's shown here. So if you have your dialogue on different tracks, just make sure they have this little dialogue here. If not, you can go to such as sound and you can see the dialogue type. Moving forward, want to go over to your text window here, and then you want to make sure whatever you're transcribing is selected. For example, this 11 a.m. clip says it's untranscribed, so we're going to go ahead, press transcribed. Premiere is basically going to listen to it and transcribe what it thinks is here. So with noisy dialogue, it's going to have a really tough time transcribing it, and you're going to notice a bunch of errors. For example, let's play this clip.
All right, action. Caesar's here.
Hi, you guys. We have the fashion show. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
I
We're
know.
going to see Jericho too. And Irene.
Yeah.
Who else is in it that we know of?
Well, Florida knows a couple people. And a couple people. I don't know. Well, we're gonna see I think it's collections first, and then they'll all come out. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm super excited though.
Yeah. I was gonna start soon.
So as you see here, I say about half of it was incorrectly titled. So as an editor, you're gonna go ahead and fix up all the errors, typos, whatnot here in the transcript setting. I heavily recommend to do all your changes here. As I'll show here, the transcript is dynamic. So for example, if we were to cut here, the transcript will automatically adjust for that. However, if you were to skip the step and instead create your captions and then edit from there on your caption layers, then you will have to manually realign all your captions anytime you make a cut. So before you even get to here, so go ahead and make sure your transcript is neat and tidy. So I'll be quickly going over and fixing this up. So as you see here, that took a lot of corrections. So moving on to a more cleaner audio track, we'll see here, we'll see the mic. We'll see that there's no background noise and the dialogue is very clearly picked up on the microphone.
Okay, I think I kind of get it, but I also almost
So we can see here on the transcript, it'll automatically follow whatever it thinks it picked up.
smacked the captain in the face with a tennis ball. So I'm feeling maybe 50-50. I think it'll be okay, but if I get it over the net, that's a win. That is a win to me. Let's do this.
So let's go ahead and correct this. So you can see here, much more cleaner. So the most significant advice I could give you when it comes to captioning would be punctuation. Punctuation, if you know already, it takes a very long time to get right. Especially if you've been editing already, you know this takes a while for both you and an editor to get down right. So as such, I'm going to show you a very quick and very sneaky technique you can use to pretty much get like 90% of the punctuation in your transcript. So what you want to do is go over to three dots, hit export, and then create export to text file. So we could go ahead and just put it to our exports. And once that's saved, you go to your text file here, open it up, and you can see here, all your transcript is shown up. So from here, what you want to do is first, you want to get rid of these time codes and these titles. So we could do that by just copying it. And then we could go to something like ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever you prefer. So you can either paste it into here if it's a very short transcript like this, or if you have a very long one and you know that it won't fit, for example like a 20-30 minute video transcript, it definitely won't fit if you copy and paste it. So what you can do is just directly upload it to whatever service you use. So for example, and then I could go ahead and give it the prompt of what I want to do. So I could say remove timecode and reformat into paragraphs. Reformatting to paragraphs is very important for our next step, where we go ahead and then drop it in to clean up the punctuation. So go ahead and say that. So once we get this, you can just go ahead and copy it. And then if you have Grammarly like I do, you could go ahead and create a new doc and then just copy and paste it here. So if you use Grammarly, you want to go ahead and just press correctness, and you'll be able to see all the punctuation here. So for example, you can go like that. Just keep in mind, it doesn't know it's a transcript, so it'll be as grammatically correct as it can be. So a good thing to do is that when you paste your text and you make any changes, at the same time you want to have Premiere open when you make a change. So for example, I know a couple people, I don't know, Grammarly says to get rid of it, so we just accept here, and then we hop on over to our transcript and delete it. Now we go back, add a comma right here, and add a comma. Lastly, yeah. For Grammarly, you can just go correctness, make whatever changes here, go to your transcript and make them there. So if you don't have Grammarly, you could also go to ChatGPT, and if you have a short transcript like from here, you could go and ask it. So you can see here, ChatGPT, it's a bit more work with the prompt, but you can get it to work. For example, if we just ask it to highlight the changes rather than just making them, we can see the original and then correct it. After we get this fixed up and whatnot, hey everyone, so I realized during post-production that not everyone may be supportive of AI tools, whatever it may be, or working offline. So such, I'm gonna just go quickly over like an alternative method on like removing time codes and whatnot from a video, rather than using ChatGPT or whatever. So you want to go to export. So you go to export a text file, like normal. So that's such, I already did this for this video. So once you get that, you can just go ahead, press Control A. If you're using Windows, you open up Notepad. For Mac, you would use text editor, I believe. So what I do, I copy it. I open up Microsoft Word, which is free if you're a student. Paste it all in there. So next we go and search up replace. Select the wildcards. Next we put in our time marks. That's just question marks. Like this. And then press replace all. You can see here, got rid of all the time codes here. And next you can do the same thing with the hyphens. Go replace all. And then we do the unknown. And yeah. So once again, in the replace tool, to do reformat it, correct key, which is Shift 6 for that. Press P. And then the replace, to press a single space like that, and then press replace all. Just like that, we reformatted our text. And from here, you can either manually make your punctuations using the built-in word corrector. We could go ahead, go to captions, create captions in transcript, and from here, it's going to open up our menu. So style, I'll go on to that later, but if you already have it imported, as you should, anytime you start a new project, you can go ahead and click here. For now, I'll just leave it to none. You can leave these three settings alone. Lines, if you're doing a YouTube video, hit double. If you're doing a reel, hit single. So now we see on the timeline, we have a new track, and you can see all the captions. Once we have our captions here, we can now go over track style. Track style basically puts in the Aggie Studios colors, backdrop, whatever, without you having to manually grab them every single time. So for example, we want to go ahead and select our subtitles track in its entirety. We could go ahead and download the track style. So if you go from here and then download this Premiere text style. So once you have it downloaded, go ahead in your project and import it. Once we have that, we can go ahead to track styles and you will be able to see our option here. So make sure everything's highlighted, selected, and click it. And you can see here, it applies the color, our opacity, size, and whatnot for you, alongside with the font. Make sure you have this font style downloaded, or not, it might give you an error. So as you can see here, has everything as it needs to be. So an important tip that I would like to give for captioning is that a caption should either end with a sentence or be the middle of a sentence. Like for example, we can see here, middle of a sentence, starts with the middle of a sentence, and ends with the end of a sentence. Starts with it. Point being is that a caption should never end with the very beginning of a sentence. For example, this says, "That is a win." So this is like what it should look correctly done, and incorrectly would be something like this.
Get it over the net, that's a win. That is a.
So you see here, beginning of a sentence at end of a caption. That should never be the case. Rather, it should always be like this. Other than that, I don't believe I have any other advice I could give. So just to recap, have your dialogue either tagged as dialogue or in the same audio tract. Anytime you make any changes to your dialogue after a cut, whatnot, you want to go ahead and make those changes here in the transcript and recreate the subtitles, such as you could go ahead and just delete it, make your changes, your cuts, whatnot, like this for example, whatever it may be. Go ahead, press CC, and if you already have the style imported, you can just go ahead and just recreate them like that. Easy peasy. Other than that, thank you for watching and goodbye.